G'day guys, Animelting here with the part 2 video of 2 parts. This is Team BakaShift Jelly talking about seasonal anime. This season, spring. And I am joined by my fellow 2 adjudicators of seasonal anime. I have the bad boy of YouTube, Copyright, and he'll cut down your top 14 to a top 5. It's the ever-beloved BakaShift.
Hello, that was beautiful. Though I'm not sure if my image really represents me as a bad boy.
Well, he doesn't even bother.
I am according to YouTube though.
And we have the lifelong advocate of interbangs. Her favourite fruit is Mayano pineapple. I can't get any of these words out today. It's the bombastic BizarreJelly5.
What?
I will say that those aren't my
bombastic.
best. She's bombastic, Mr. Fantastic. Anybody say her name, we go blasted. Anyway, this is part 2.
Whoa!
It's
part
spring.
1. Whoa!
Part 1. Go see Abby's channel. That's where it is. You won't find anything on Alan's channel except a video telling you to go watch these videos.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So you don't need to see that video.
You could watch it. You know, just to feel like he's a part of it still.
But I want to see hear 30 seconds of Alan's voice whilst I eat my Cheerios.
Well, why wouldn't you? That's the better question.
It's like, I ran out of ketchup, but this'll season my dish. For the people that use ketchup on their Cheerios.
I like that yours is the condiment that goes on the pie.
Yep.
That is
so
this
Pat,
video.
What are we starting with?
Well, I was trying to think of a good segue, but you know what? This is near enough good enough. It's Etotama.
I don't
And
know
it's about-
much about this show,
It's
to be honest.
CGI lollycats, the animation.
Yeah, and they fight. They don't like each other, or they do, and they just fight anyway.
Was it Pat who put this on the list?
Yes.
I did, because I watched the PV, and I liked it. I'm not sure it's going to be a great series, but I like the PV.
You
It's gonna
excited?
be 12 episodes of
12 episodes of
That's TV.
CGI lollycats.
It's going to be great, because I'm only going to call it Battle Cats.
Okay, well, fair enough. You know, can't judge.
Neko battle.
Well, you know what? It's because, and there's a Fruits Basket link here, it's about the animals of the Zodiac fighting, and this is the cat, and the cat wants to fight its way into the Zodiac.
You know what they should have
Or
made
something.
instead?
Fruits
You know,
basket.
Fruits
season
Basket
2.
Season 2.
Yeah.
Just
exactly.
in all CG, yeah.
You know what? I'd take it at this point.
You just like read the manga and like listen and be like, yeah. So you don't have to look at the animation.
Kyon
Yeah,
seems
right.
pretty young. Yeah.
Well, we can, seeing as Fruits Basket rest in peace. We can maybe consider this the spiritual successor. You know, it's like
Yeah, finally get some.
or
Doesn't
otherwise
really
known as
have-
Nyatan.
Doesn't really have Kyo or Yuki or any of the things that made Fruits Basket good, though.
They
Well,
don't get
yes.
along.
It's got the Zodiac, right?
So technically, yes, it does have those characters.
Yeah, just in.
Spoilers for a 12-year-old series, by the way.
Yeah. Like in the same way that like Fate Stay Night and that live action Merlin series have the same characters.
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah, I'm not expecting much from this series. I'm expecting battle cats, and that's all I need.
CGI Battle Cat Lolly the
Yeah, but
anime.
it's not even. The CG didn't look too bad in the PV. I'll say
Still
that.
like CG.
Yeah.
It's like
I can't avoid that.
it just made me feel unclean when I watched it.
Hey.
Yeah, Abby, you know when you were watching Fruits Basket and you thought this would look much better in CG?
And if they were all tiny girls.
And Alan, you can't say that about CG because you enjoyed shows that were purely CG last year. Like
I
Nobunaga
did. Yeah, you-
Concerto and like Knights of
Yeah,
Sidonia.
but still, the CG wasn't what made it good.
But you can't say that it makes a show inherently bad either.
No, but Nobunaga Concerto is Nobunaga Concerto. It's not Lollycats.
I feel like I know a couple people that might get some pleasure out. Well, not get pleasure out of it. That sounds a bit
You
weird.
might get some pleasure out of this series.
They might like it, but we'll see.
There is a specific set of people that will very much enjoy this series.
Yep.
And we'll leave it at that.
Mhm.
The next one isn't Recant, it's Recan, and it's about a girl who can see ghosts.
Yes.
And it's about her daily life.
I don't
of
know why.
seeing ghosts.
I don't know why I was like, oh, I'll watch this show.
She can see ghosts. It's like that other show where he can see ghosts. What was it? Was it Sankareya?
Bleach?
No, Sankareya was about zombies.
No, wait. Was it Dusk Maid of Amnesia where he could see the ghost lady?
You could see the Dusk Maiden of Amnesia. I don't think you could see anyone else.
Or could everyone? I don't even remember. This is different because it's a girl and the ghosts look like blobbies, but
Friendly
The
blobbies.
ghosts look cute.
Look a bit like... Okay, I won't say what they look like to me, though.
they're cute ghosts. But they
I'll ruin
actually
it for you.
maybe they're like shape-shifting ghosts. They're like, I'm cute, and then you come near it, and then it turns into a knife and
I
stabs
was
you
a
in the boob.
rapist.
It'd be like, Natsuyumi Jinsha. Natsuyumi no
I thought you were going to say Natsuyumi Ronde Jin Chao.
It's not right.
Nope.
I'm very tired.
Good morning, everyone, even though it's 12 midday right now.
Is it really? I want to nap after this.
Fine, just bugger off then. We're all close friends, my friend.
You're really mean.
I was only
Alright.
joking. Well, what did you want to say about this show, Pat? You got any words?
No. not
Aside from the
really.
fact that
it's
she's
another
got a-
show about girls' daily lives.
She's
so.
got a really small tie. Like,
How dare she?
yeah. it's
Basically, the question is, can it compete with Pat's bow tie? The answer is always no.
like, no, of course
I
not.
didn't wear it today. I should go get it later. Alright.
Bow tie.
Ready? End of the episode. This episode. Anyway. Knock knock.
Who's
Who's
there?
there?
Are you ready for the punchline?
Are
That's the segue.
you ready for the
this-
punchline? Who?
Are you ready for the punchline series? Follows Yuta Irasu, whose spirit has been separated from his body. It's not a very good joke.
I
We'll
appreciate
work
it.
on it. We'll workshop it. There's a show called Punchline.
And it's
It's
just
by
like,
Mappa, so it's gonna look really good, but who the fuck
Yeah.
knows who's working on it?
this is just like Mappa, but they're just making like a dick out etchy series. Like you watch the PV,
Yeah.
it's just like pants, brown girl with pants, pink haired girl with pants, blonde girl with pants.
That's sad.
It's
Because
just
I wanted this to be like super colourful and quirky, but have more story than Pantsu.
I like pants personally, but
Personally, not a big fan of the pants, I guess.
the guy's got a nosebleed. He's
I
obviously
might-
seen a lot of pants.
I'm totally just gonna wait just to see if people.
I don't believe this is going to be a show for you, Abby, not going to lie.
I'm just gonna wait to see what people say about it and then not watch it anyway.
I'm sure people are going to say it's got pants in it, and they're map pants.
Great.
Studio map pants.
Can't wait.
See, I'm funny.
Can't wait. So excited.
Well, let's move on to another thing you can't wait for, Abby, and that's Houkago no Pleiades? Pleiades?
Pleiades.
Pleiades! Pleiades.
Mr. Pleiades.
I wanted to bring this one up because it's really fucking weird. I think Gynax died. So this is like a crossover between Gynax and the car company Subaru. And they have made OVAs before that have been not that good and not that popular. And by not that good, I mean pretty fucking bad. And I don't know why they're making a series about it. But they are. And it's happening, and I honestly think Gynax is officially just over.
Gynax were officially dead ages ago, man.
It's
Like-
when they start pulling up like old IPs that no one gave a shit about then, and they certainly don't now, to
'Cause-
get some money out of Subaru.
Because we were just like, C3
I think
boom,
Subaru were trying to
piece
prop
of
up
shit.
Gynax.
Like, Maho Shoujo Tyson.
We don't talk about that show.
Piece
that
of
was
shit.
so fucking bad.
Well, Gynax is now two studios. It's Kara and Trigger. And
Gainax don't really have much of a purpose apart from like animating
shit.
Evangelion films, isn't it?
No, Evangelion films are Kara, man.
Oh,
Like Gainax still has a
bye
hand in there,
Gainax!
but Studio Kara is the main force. Like Studio Kara is Arno's studio, and so the Rebuild of Ava films do have like some Gainax involvement, but it's mainly Studio Kara.
I would like to point out that we have a document, as always, and Alan is the one who writes up the documents, and the creator is Krynax, who has worked on such shows as Gurren Ugu, Neon Ugelion, Ugugelion, and Ugu CL. Beautiful.
Yep.
This is gonna be not a Chantsu, but a Pantsu.
Hi-yo.
I have a question.
Okay.
Alright, my parents drive a Subaru. Are anime girls gonna start telling them how to get to work?
I think anime girls are actually their car.
Yeah.
Ah.
Their car.
Like
is
their
made of
car is
anime
actually a
girls.
magical girl, from what I could tell in the
Well,
TV.
I should go and have a conversation.
I didn't
with
actually
that.
see anything in
You
the
should
TV.
let them know before the reckoning happens.
Mom, Dad, your car's a magical girl.
Yeah, I definitely didn't see anything in the PE that made me think, yes, Subaru Impreza.
I thought, the stars are on the logo. It's a nice little switcheroo you did there.
I think what it is just like, if it's shit, which probably will be, I mean, just throwing that out there, but it's just going to be like, Gainax will be like, hey man, it's Subaru's fault, they don't make anime. And then Subaru will be like, it's not our fault, it's Gainax's fault.
Yeah, we gave it to Fred, the mechanic to animate, and he's just not all
I
there.
feel like they're bringing up this whole thing just to get some sponsorship money, because Subaru will be like, yeah, we'll give you some money. Make this show. And Gainax is going to have a bit of money for a while.
I just remembered in the PV that they all ride on like brooms that sound like cars.
Yep.
I feel bad for being like, I kind of just want Gainax to go now. Because people work there and people like have jobs
Gainax are gonna
and
leave
stuff.
in like a legion of
Fucking
Subarus that they would
no
give
one
him.
who was big there really works
Yeah,
there
but people
anymore,
still
though.
make their living there, surely.
Yeah, they'll just
Which
be
I
like
feel
a-
bad about being like, well, Gainax should just not exist anymore, because there's no point to it, because they lost all their good guys to Trigger and Kara, I guess. And they haven't made anything good in years.
Yep.
And it's sad, because I really like a couple of Gainax shows. Quite a bit, so...
You know what? You know what's going to be great? If this turns out to be the breakout anime of 2015.
Yeah, if it's anime of
Provides
the year
Gainax.
for everybody.
It's
That'd
like,
be
oh my god, did you
amazing.
see that?
It'd be
Did you
pretty
see that
sick.
show about the brooms that were cars? The magical girls that they were?
It's not going to be
It's
great.
going to be like Love Live
Sorry,
with their
the-
Pizza
the
Hut
Ga-
deal.
Gainax will just move to being like people who do in-between animation for like Zebek.
You know what? Yeah. That'll be alright. I'd do that. Deal with that. Should move on.
Mm-hmm.
And if not, they'll be taken out via Ninja Star by Ninja Slayer from Animation.
Oh, is it actually called
And-
From Animation?
Yeah.
Yes. And that one's very hard not to mispronounce, so that'll probably be my
Okay.
thing.
Fuck this show.
Does anyone
Fuck
know
everything
about this
about this show. Fuck everything that this show stands for. Fuck everything. Everything.
Would you like to explain why?
Okay, this is just based on the PV. If the PV is like a troll and the show ends up being completely fucking different, then fine. If the show is anything like the PV, that being it's in fucking 4x3 in 2015, what the fuck? That's just the most stupid bullshit ever. And just a really like edgy, stupid, pretentious idea that has no grounding or reasoning in anything. And then, like, the colour palette of the PV was just like, yeah, we just took all of the shit non-web safe colours from when you crank up the frickin' colour wheel to the point where it's makes your eyes hurt and just shatter that all over the screen.
Ah, so it's like they're trying to give you a seizure.
It's just like they took like a pack of that really gaudy, horrible fluorescent paper Just animated using that and nothing else?
I didn't think it looked that bad.
Ha ha ha. Good joke,
I'm not joking, I didn't think it looked that bad. And I know people... Cam is going to get a big kick out of this because he loves Trigger, so...
Yeah.
I might give it a go, I don't know, to be honest. Don't know who Bradley Bond is.
It's basically it's like a Japanese novel series made by American people. And it's Bradley Bond and a guy called Philip Ninja Moses.
Who is the coolest guy. I want to meet him really bad.
Yeah, fuck this show.
Okay.
What about you, Pat?
I didn't really have any strong feelings, but I'll probably give it a watch. I mean,
Hey.
it looks insane enough that I'd want to give it a go. But then I also wonder the question, is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon?
Well, that is something that JC Staff will have to tell us, isn't it?
It's my turn to say fuck this show.
Oh, really?
Because I can see one of the writer did one of the worst anime I've ever had the misfortune to watch, which was Master of Martial Arts.
Yep.
And if you've seen Master of Martial Arts, it's ecchi, boobs, all that, and then it's just like this most violent last episode.
Master of Martial Arts is just one of those notorious super bad shows, like
Yes.
Ghazi's Wing Tier, where it's just kind of comedically bad.
I'm not looking
For me, I
forward.
was watching this PV and I was like, this looks and feels a lot like Log Horizon, but with boobies and not a video game. And then suddenly Kirito starts talking, and I'm like, what?
Yep.
It's like those two things don't go together.
They're definitely doing that kind of, oh look, it's like Sword Art Online and Log Horizon, but with boobs.
Even though it's got nothing to do with video games. It's just it's that
the
sort
feel
of
that
adventure
world,
setting.
just-
Yeah, like if
Just
the worlds
use so
of
much
those...
of the terminology that you'd expect out of a game, except not.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know if I'm going to watch this or not. I thought it looked interesting.
I'm not going to touch it with a 10-foot pole. Though I'd far sooner watch this than Ninja Slayer.
You're just out to upset people today, aren't you?
No, I'm not, because
True.
nobody is going to be insulted by me saying bad things about Ninja Slayer, because nobody is going to say anything good about that PV whatsoever.
Remember a Kamiga kill? Remember how much shit we got for a Kamiga kill?
Yeah, but that's a Kamiga kill, and
No, it's the same.
everyone...
It's the same.
Everyone who gave us shit about a Kamiga kill was proven wrong when the show started airing.
You can't say
you
that.
get
Take
so
that back.
many dislikes on this video.
Take that
No,
back.
man. Even everyone who freaking likes the Kamiga Kill manga hates the anime. Like,
everyone.
because it's got them some stupid anime exclusive ending and stuff like that. Like, it was bad before then.
Oh,
but
really?
Whatever.
I'd never watched all of it.
We'll see if the dislikes come in. Sorry if
They're
you,
not going to come and
hate
best
it.
of a Ninja Slayer. Like, even Jimmy thought the Ninja Slayer PV looked awful. And that is just like a Jimmy anime.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. We're not talking about Ninja Slayer anymore. We're talking about is it wrong to put
No.
girls in a fucking dungeon?
Well,
I don't even think we're talking about that anymore.
We'll move on then.
yeah.
Shall we move on to Owari no Seraph?
This show
Seraph?
looked kind of cool.
It does.
Oh, are you sure, Mr. Hype Killer?
Hey, I only kill... Well, who's hype about the last two shows we talked about?
Alright.
I'll say bad things about bad shows and good things about good shows.
The only reason I'm really that hyped for this show is because the uniforms look fucking cool.
I do.
Yeah.
I don't know what this show looks like, so I'm trying to find it on Anichart.
It's just about people killing vampires.
Yeah, it just had like cool action in the PV. It looked fun.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to look at the fucking picture. Okay, never mind. I'll
It's
I'll
just like
believe
they've
you.
got
Yeah, it looked kind of cool.
disciplinarian sort of uniforms, and there's some guy with a scythe in this one. Scythes are big this season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that means it's time for the Grim Reaper anime.
It's basically like...
That wasn't
let's-
funny, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that.
I
So
liked it.
all adults in the world die because a virus kills everyone who's not a child.
Oh yeah,
I
I love
remember
this
this.
explanation. It's just like all adults die.
And then the children are enslaved by vampires. and then a guy's like, I want to kill all the vampires. So it's basically Attack on Vampires, and Hiroyuki Sawano's doing the tunes. So it's going to be
I remember hearing about this, and I was like, that sounds fucking cool.
Yeah, man. And it's going to be Hiroyuki Sawano going, right, this is a not important show, so I'll put like 10 minutes into it, like all the other soundtracks I've done recently, and I will sit on Gundam Unicorn OST and never ever make anything that even almost scratches the quality of it.
Okay, I thought it sounded cool because I'm into like the weird post-apocalyptic-ish shows.
and massive green sides.
Yeah.
And the Grim Reaper anime.
See, the reason I wanted to watch this show... The reason I wanted to watch this one is because I love that synopsis. It just sounds like the worst day ever. All the adults die, and you're enslaved by vampires.
My mum's dead. and the vampires are coming.
Speaking of vampires...
Oh man, banging! I didn't intentionally put these in that order, but yeah, speaking of vampires...
Vampire Holmes, which is the coolest name ever.
I'm fucking hype about this because it's Sherlock Holmes, but a vampire.
Because Sherlock
How is
Holmes...
that not the greatest thing ever?
It's based on a game app.
Like,
Yep.
is there ever going to be an anime that's just vanilla Sherlock Holmes, not Sherlock Holmes as a dog, not Sherlock Holmes as a lolly, not Sherlock Holmes as a vampire?
You just have a really big grudge against Sherlock Hound.
Because there's no Gilgamesh figure.
Arthur Conan Doyle's rolling in his grave. He wrote... No. Did he?
I'm
That's
only
the one who
gonna
wrote
watch
Sherlock
this.
Holmes.
I'm only gonna watch this because it's 5-minute episodes and it's just the name sounds really fucking bad. Like vampire, Sherlock Holmes. Like
Yeah.
I love there's just been a typo and it's just about vampire
It
estates.
does seem like it'll be
vampire
amazing.
states. Yeah.
And I love how it's based on an app.
Yeah, you can get the app in this country as
But,
well.
like-
So you could be playing Vampire Home
Mhm.
right now.
And like, regardless of anything else, it's going to be better than Ninja Slayer. So,
Why do you hate Ninja Slayer so fucking much?
did you watch the PV?
Yes, I didn't think it looked that bad. Oh,
Well-
we're gonna have a fight after this.
Not over the next show though, because this show will make my season. Maybe even the year. It is the
Maybe
second
even
season.
the life.
Maybe even the life, because I love the first season of the show so much. I'm gonna have
I'm
a
gonna
go.
have a drink while you do this.
I'm gonna have a go at just reading out the original. Then I'll say the English, but Yahari Oro no Seishun Love Comedy wa Machigatteiru Zoku, and it's called My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu.
That was good.
Season 2. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm happy with that. I can retire on that.
Hey,
It's
out
the
there,
second season of this show.
anyone who hasn't seen season 1 yet, what are you playing at, you silly bum?
I didn't like the
You're
first
missing
episode.
Oh, it's the
It did-
first 2 episodes are really samey to like a lot of other shows with similar things, but after that, it's just
I thought the
great.
protagonist was gonna be all like negative and Kion-like, and he wasn't.
He is.
Well,
later
the
on.
protagonist is like the most pessimistic amazement thing ever. Like,
Oh,
he's
this is
way
so-
more like negative and pessimistic than Kion, like to the nth degree.
I have only seen the first
He is
episode.
amazing at the negativity.
I'll watch it at some point.
It's great.
But until then, you talk about the sequel, and I'll have a drink.
I think
Oh,
the main thing to bring up about this is that it's shifted from, was it Brain Space before?
Yeah, I think
And,
so.
and now it's moved to the Studio Feel, which is fine because like Feel, whilst they have, I mean, first and foremost, like the first series didn't look good. Like it's got nice
No.
character designs, but it wasn't like wonderfully animated or anything, so I'm not really bothered. But I mean, Feel have kind of made some good stuff recently, anyway. Like they made Outbreak Company was the last notable thing, and
Yeah.
the person who is good in Feel. Is directing it because the writer's same as season 1, which is cool, and then we've got the person who directed
Strike.
Outbreak Company, and they also directed the 3rd season of Banami Care.
Oh
So-
man, Outbreak Company was really fucking good.
Yeah, it was. So we've got like the people from Feel who know what they're doing, working on it.
Yeah, and it's more of this show, which I'm going to love. Like I can remember just scenes from this one. I rewatched this show recently. I haven't rewatched shows for ages.
Yeah, I barely remember anything from it other than the fact that it was brilliant.
I just love Hachiman. Like, there's
Yeah.
this one scene where he's caring after some ants, making sure they go, and they're playing a game of tennis, and just like a tennis ball comes out, there's just this heartbreaking look on his face.
I love Hachiman, and I love the guy with grey hair and glasses because he's got like the best voice. Because Nobuyuki Kiyama's like the best voice actor.
And there's that brilliant Sports Fest episode.
Yeah, it was great. It's a good show. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Are you okay, Abby?
Yes.
You ready to duck out for a second?
Yep. I'll be having fun on Ami Ami.
Because Alan and I are gonna just try to calm down about this show. Digimon Adventure Try, a sequel to Digimon Adventure and Digimon Adventure 2, a series which came out in my youth, and I assume Alan's youth as well.
Yes.
No one saw this coming, right?
No, because...
No.
I mean, the first sign that they would ever go down this route is that in the third season of Digimon Cross
sorry.
Swords...
I meant to... I'm putting on some goggles.
in the third season of Digimon Cross Wars, there was this kind of like... I haven't seen the third season of Digimon Cross Wars. I've heard it's fucking awful. But there's like one of those classic sort of Sentai episodes where all the Red Rangers arrive, but it's every protagonist from all the old Digimon series like arrive in an episode of Cross Wars somehow, which seemed cool because I saw that clip of it. So that was a sign that they still gave a shit about the old characters. And then this comes around, and this is something that I had always dreamed of. Like, I was just like, if I could choose one thing to be made, it would be a canon Digimon sequel aimed at me as an adult, because like it's so brilliant that they know that that's a thing that people want, because they know that people will have grown up wanting this, people still watch anime, and then here's a sequel to one of the like fondest memories of our childhood and one of the still the best shows that I just care about.
Yeah.
But
What it was-
Beyblade though. But Beyblade though. But
Beyblade didn't even compete with Digimon, to be honest. Digimon's always main opponent was Pokemon, because people were always like, oh, it's got Mon at the end, they're probably just trying to rip off the other show.
Yep.
I'm sad now.
This gives
Digimon-
hope though, Ebby, like that this is happening. That means that something potentially could happen with Beyblade. Like, Beyblade's nowhere near as popular as Digimon, but it's still possible.
I'll
Very
fund
possible.
it. If I win the lottery, I'll totally fund it.
Yeah, man, get Gainax to do it.
Yeah, man. That must be cheap nowadays, right?
Yep.
Just need as much money as Subaru. Anyway, if you don't watch Digimon, it was about some people who got transported into the digital world, so like the world inside your computers. And they were trapped there for a time, and then they met some animals which could change into
7
bigger
young kids
animals.
go to camp for a summer, wind up living in a digital land. Everybody gets their own Digimonster, a digital companion, a digital friend. I could carry on for the whole song, but I won't.
Please do.
A Digimon in training, or Digivolve the rookie, or Digivolve the champion and ultimate too. Go and save the digital world for me. Go and save the digital world for you. Hey Digimon, hey Digimon.
That sounds like a rip-off of the Poke Rap. I'm
Shut
such a
up.
fucking troll, I'm sorry.
Yeah, because it's like Agumon, Togemon, Metapod, Butterfree, Gatchum, gotta catch 'em all. Digimon.
Gotta catch 'em all. Digimon. Anyway, I didn't see this coming. The promotion art for it looks amazing.
Yeah, same. Because like you got to be super hyped for this, Pat, because you're a big fan of Suritama as well, and the character design is doing this.
Yes, and Suritama looked amazing, and I'm expecting like.
Well, we
Likewise
already
from
know
this.
of his input. We've seen all the character designs, and it does look beautiful. Like, it definitely fits. The
But
thing is, there
Beyblade
is
though.
shut up.
It looks a lot like the Our War game. If you ever watched that god awful Digimon movie.
Hey, shut the fuck up, Pat.
Hey, that beginning scene was the best part.
That
but
movie
the rest of the
is
movie.
the defining moment, like defining hour and a half of my childhood. Like, I don't even care if lots of people say bad things about that. It's like my favourite movie ever, because as a kid, like, I refuse to fucking take off my nostalgia goggles. Fuck that. Like, every time I watch that film, it's just, it blows me up. Like,
Did you get Angela Anaconda at the beginning
Yeah,
to see
man, of
where the kids
course.
in America?
it's all brilliant. Like, everything about it. I love it to pieces. And there's so much riding on
Such a-
this series, because there's so much that could go wrong. Like, this is something that I've been waiting for for like
Well, the thing is,
10,
the
15
Digimon
years.
series wrapped up. Like, there is a canon ending to the Digimon series at the moment.
I think that this,
And-
I'm assuming, is retconning the the little flash forward at the end of season 2.
Yeah.
Because otherwise,
I
we
kinda hope
know
it does.
if they're not retconning that, then we know what all the ships are or whatever. I think the big thing here is that everyone wants fucking Sora to end up with Tai instead of Matt, because why would Sora go for Matt? He's a douche.
I liked Matt.
Yeah, but he's like, I'm gonna go be a loner now, and then fucking at the end in like the bit that we're potentially gonna get retconned, it's like Tai's like, I'm alone, me and Agumon are like
He's in
doing
space.
fuck all, and then Matt,
He got to be
Matt
an
is
astronaut.
like, I get the girl, I'm a rock star who goes to space. It's like, fucking hell, Matt, like, way to pull a dick move on the protagonist. You steal his girl, you become a rock star, and you go to space.
I have a request.
Yeah.
Yes.
Could they make
Can
a
we move
full
on?
series of Pokemon The Origin now, if this is popular?
Yeah, that's the
They
point
probably
bringing
could.
that up, because that's a
Yeah.
this is continuing in that vein of old
We could have
children's
continuations
IP
for
any
Beyblade
modern,
and
like
Because
Older
Pokemon The
audience.
Origin was
card
great.
captors could come back.
Pokemon The Origin was great, but it wasn't very
Yeah.
long. I would have liked it if
4
it was like a
eps.
20-episode series or something rather than a 4
Yeah.
episode OVA that
Yeah.
rushed through everything really, really fast.
So we don't have Misty just being in a montage.
And then I cry because she's not really there technically, and I've been waiting for Misty to come back into an anime for like 12 years now.
maybe she got older but
cameos.
Ash didn't,
Maybe Ash died.
and she's just like old and wrinkly now, and she's like, hello Ash, I remember the day we met in the forest.
They didn't meet in a forest. They met up by the
They
river.
met like at a creek by trees.
Yeah.
a forest,
forest.
of course.
And he stole
yeah.
her bicycle.
Anyway, sorry to interrupt there. I just
It's alright.
had a thought.
That's okay.
I had a
We've
thought, like,
probably
is
had
this
enough
like
chatting
Pokemon
about
The
this.
Origin, but for Digimon fans? Because I could totally understand why people get excited if that's the case.
No, this is a sequel.
it's
Proper sequel.
different to that, because Pokemon The Origin isn't like a sequel or anything.
But it was to please
it's-
older fans of the
Yeah.
franchise. That's sort of what I meant, rather than
Yeah.
And fans of the game.
Yeah, because this isn't a show for kids. Like, this isn't a show that I'm assuming it's not going to be, because I mean,
Nah.
children these days don't know the original crew of Digimon. If they know anything about Digimon, it's Cross Wars, like in Japan anyway. Because I don't think Digimon has any sort of relevance over here anymore. But there is so much riding on this. Like, whilst it is without a doubt the one show of anything ever that if I could choose one show to be made and I watch, it's this. Like, there is nothing else that could top this in terms of what I would be excited to see.
But
But-
Beyblade, though.
In that regard, I'm going to ignore you,
Oh.
and it's got so much that could go wrong. Like, there's so much like that could displease me about this if it's because it's something so unbelievably special to me.
I think
Yeah,
you're
likewise.
alright. I think you're alright. I think it's gonna be good.
Is Gabumon still gonna... No, Gomamon still gonna tell jokes?
Better do.
Better do.
And also, like, I'm assuming this will get dubbed fairly promptly, and like a lot of the original voice actors still show interest in the franchise. Like on Did You Know Anime, there's a Digimon episode, and the guy
Yes.
who voices Tai
TK.
in the dub.
No, Tai, you're right.
I'm pretty sure it's the guy who voices Tai in the dub is on that
Yeah.
episode of Did You Know Anime, like the same sort of channel that has like Demo and Holden and people do stuff on, and that's really cool. The fact that he's willing to get involved in fan projects like that, so that means that when this thing does get dubbed,
Yeah.
whilst I'm pretty sure a lot of the original voice actors aren't going to be returning, because in Diaboromon Returns, the movie, like little movie, 40-minute thing that got shown like on the Disney Channel or something and never got like a cinema release because it was short, that had like only like half of the original voice actors or something.
Yeah.
They might have just turned it down because it wasn't good pay, because it was like a straight-to-TV dub. But maybe they'll all come back and we'll get the original voices, but either way, it's going to be the only thing strange for this for me is going to be listening to everyone be called like Tai Chi and Yamato and not be the voices that I remember from my childhood.
That's one of the things I liked about the original one. They kept them having those original names, but they just like had nicknames for them.
Yeah. They didn't call him like Dave or Brian.
No. But we did have Matt and Joe.
Oh, and I hope Tai's mum's in it. Tai and
Yeah.
Kari's mum is like the ultimate hot mum of anime. Only being rivaled now by Rinko Iori from Gundam Build Fighters. Rinko something like that anyway. Anyway, I think
we should probably
yeah.
go on to the other amazing thing that's happening that's not going to be amazing. Duel Masters!
Yeah.
VSR.
Who's the kid with the spiky hair?
Shobu.
Shovel.
He's not going to be in this series.
No. And
So
upon
instead
looking
of
at
this,
this,
could we get Beyblade? I
No,
won't
but
stop.
The thing is, Evie, looking at this, I never realised Duel Masters never stopped.
Yes, exactly.
The show that we all know that has had that opening, the one that got released over here, that carried on in Japan and got like 20 odd sequels. Like I had to click back on ANN, like going back through these shows, like 20 odd shows to get to the one that I remembered. There's like 15 different Duel Master shows, all with loads of episodes, and it just never stopped.
The thing I love about that original series is that it was essentially a bridge series. Because the voice actors did not stick to the original scripts.
That's how it is in lots of freaking like kids dubs that come out over here, though.
I know, but it was good.
Unless they didn't.
That's my
censor out
guilty
any
pleasure
guns.
anime.
Can I talk about? Can I just mention that I'd rather have Beyblade again? Just putting that out there, just in case someone who works on Beyblade sees this.
He's watching
I
this
swear
video.
Beyblade never stopped either, though. It's like
Oh, Beyblade! I don't think Beyblade's had a new season
Yeah.
in a while, apart from Bay Wheels, which
Yeah,
isn't technically
well,
an anime because it was commissioned by
what was
some
the last
Canadian
one?
company.
Like, was it Shogun Steel or whatever it was?
Yeah.
Yes, I think so.
How long ago was that?
I'll check. You talk about it for a
Couple
second.
years.
I'll
But I mean, this
check.
is sort of the same regard as that because I mean, the thing that was big about Digimon
I
is
can take
that
off my
it's
goggles
returning
now.
to the original characters, and I'm assuming this is a Duel Masters does the same thing where it's going to be like a new set of characters every few seasons.
Yeah.
Because I think Pokemon is the only one that's sort of ploughed through and been like, here's our 10-year-old protagonist who's still 10. Canonly still
Yeah.
10, according to the first episode of Black and White or X and Y or whatever it was, where they say he's 10 years old still.
Shogun Steel aired in 2012.
And that was the last one.
Okay.
So it's not that long ago.
Well, they could just make more. I
But
like
you-
Beyblade, okay?
But you've got like shitloads of Beyblade you haven't watched yet, haven't you still?
Yeah, but it's not
Like
original
crap
Beyblade.
tons?
It's
It's
not
not-
original Beyblade, so it's not the same.
It's not the same. But I mean, I watched all of the Digimon sequels that aren't original Digimon, so...
Well, I'm gonna watch them. It's just Metal Fight was all crap because they changed the opening and it was all Beyblade, Beyblade, Metal Fight, and everyone cried.
Oh, that dub cast wasn't my favourite ever.
What was Benkei? Yeah.
Benkei.
Boo, boo,
I hate
boo.
Benkei. Boo boo boo.
And then there's like...
Fuck off.
And Bay Wheels was just hilarious. Like, did we watch the first episode?
No, we did watch the first episode.
We watched the first episode, it was hilarious. It's just like the game logistically makes no sense, because they're like grinding against each other forwards, these wheels, and it's just like, wouldn't they just fall over? Like, why are they grinding like that? And then it's just like, oh, this one's the race version, this is the jump version, this is the acrobatic version. It's like, fuck
That's
off.
because someone in a company somewhere is like, we need to milk this franchise. What if we turn the tops on this side?
Yes. They were like, shit.
This
it's getting a
guy.
bit
It's like,
old now.
Get this guy some money.
Because I had Roller Attacker as a kid, and I was like, it's got wheels on the side. Does that mean I can spin it sideways, launch it to the ground, it smashes to pieces? And I'm like, no. This is like the time I threw my Action Man out the window with a bag and its leg broke.
Well, this is just... I just wanted to talk about Beyblade because you wanted to talk about Digimon.
It's fine.
We're
We
talking
can
about Beyblade
pretend-
now instead of Duel
Yeah, oh,
Masters.
Evie, look! It's Beyblade The Origin, and it's about Kai coming to terms with his romantic feelings for Evie.
I genuinely thought you were going to say Ray there.
Oh my god, can you imagine if they did make like a canon
But there is
Beyblade
a canon,
sequel.
There's a canon ending, and Kai is not gay.
but retcon for all the female fans, because when I searched Beyblade Kai Hiwatari hentai for Ebi earlier, all I saw was loads of pictures of like Ray putting his fingers in Kai's bum. And I'm like, this isn't
I
nice.
figured out that this might be why I did.
I don't get why
like
Kai's
yaoi.
not the dominant partner in that situation.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
figured out why this is why I'm probably not too keen on yaoi and like non-canon pairings. Is because when I was like 12, I used to want to look for pictures of Kai because that's all I did with my time, and it was always like Kai and Rei making out, and I'm like, but Kai is mine. So maybe that's why I don't like it.
Maybe.
That's why you don't like Ray.
Rei's a fucking knob.
Oops.
Anyway. I've had my moment. You can talk about Duel Masters again if you want.
No, we're good. We're done with that. How about we talk about something?
With the spiky hair. Shobu.
Shobu!
Right, okay. Let's
There's
let's
no other
move
answer
on.
to that question.
Thanks for...
2. Sidonia, no Kishi, Daikyuu, Wakusei, Seneki? Seneki?
Just call it
Seneki.
Knights of Sidonia 2.
Ah, yeah, that's a good one.
First season, Knights of
Nice
Sidonia.
Sidonia too.
But for a show that was 100% CG and looked guff in any scene that had a character in it, and looked marginally alright in any scene that was mechanical, was very, very good. It was very dark, it was very interesting, it was Attack on Titan in space. Cool opening, cool stuff that happened, really interesting and out of nowhere, well not out of nowhere, but like unexpected like twists and things. It was really, really good. You can always watchable on Netflix, anyone. It was like a sponsored by Netflix thing in the UK, or in the West rather. They were pushing it heavily. So I highly advise anyone who wants a bit of a like aliens killing humanity, because it's basically about like there's this really scary alien race called the Gauner fuck up the solar system. Humanity's like last remnants are aboard this massive sort of I think there's a few different ships, but the one that we follow is called the Sidonia. It's just a massive ship basically, and they just go out in robots and kill the aliens, and it's really kind of dark and iffy in places, and some interesting stuff happens. So I'm really looking forward to season 2.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
That was good.
And now let's talk about Beyblade some more, yeah?
Yeah.
But before that...
Beyblade's good, but we need to talk about some movies.
Yep.
Time for the movies.
Yeah.
Time to talk about the 2 Kyoukai no Kanata movies called I'll Be Here, Kako-hen, and I'll Be Here, Mirai-hen.
So that's past arc and future arc.
Yep.
The past arc,
I don't think
surprisingly, is a recap movie. Who could have guessed?
which is fine. I if they just released a recap movie, that's poo. But they're releasing both, and I guess I respect that.
You know what? I'm not going to watch these, because I really didn't like Kyoukai no Kanata all that much.
I liked some things about it.
You like the fact that she had glasses and a cardigan.
Mirai was fucking adorable. Like, she just looked lovely, and then she's like, here's a sword made out of blood, and then she dances one episode, and then nothing happens, and the show wasn't very good. But I'm not going to watch it either, and I will just have fond memories of how lovely she looks.
So
Okay,
we put
good.
it on the list to just go, I'm not going to watch this, fuck
Yeah,
you.
it's cool though, because this is getting a fucking film, and Free's getting a film.
Yeah,
like-
I know, I'm so sure that Free's going to get a film at some point.
Because, like, Tamako Market wasn't popular, really.
film.
That got a film. Haruhi got a film. K-On! Got a film. All of the shows that KyoAni seems to be putting out now are getting films. Some of them, like, understandably, like K-On! and Haruhi getting films makes a lot of sense. Like the K-On!
This one
film.
gets 2.
The K-On! Film is like the premier entry into that genre because it's so good. And the Disappearance is like, I haven't seen it yet, obviously, we mentioned that in the last video. But Red Light Novel, really good. And so there just seems to be doing films for everything, and so, yeah,
Didn't I say? Everyone was like, no, Free's done, and I'm like, I reckon he'll get a movie. I reckon he'll get a movie.
None of us disagreed with you when you thought it would get a movie. Because everyone said it's probably not getting another season.
I wanted to get another season, though. It could be
That's-
them just playing in the
Then
back,
buy
and I'd be
all
so
the
okay with
tickets.
that.
Yep.
Anyway.
Haru extra long buff.
Well, yeah, I mean, I could see,
I'll watch
like... I wouldn't mind watching the second film, I guess, but I'm not going to bother trying on, like, 2...
I'm not gonna watch
So
it.
if you
it's
accidentally
not like a high
fall over
priority. Like, I've honestly, like, I haven't
and hit the
watched
play button.
Tamako Love Story
Yeah,
yet.
Tamako Love Story is way more of a priority to me.
Yeah, because I really want to see that, because I like Tamako Market a lot more than I liked Kyoukai no Kanata. They're nothing like each other, but fuck it.
And I need to
Tamako
see her get
Market
with
was
her
better.
neighbour.
Yeah, exactly.
with Momo.
I don't know if
like-
that happens,
No,
but if it
Mochi.
doesn't happen, I'm gonna be
Mochizuka.
mad. Yeah, that's
His
it.
name was Mochizuka.
And I just like live on the faint hope that in Tamako Love Story, like the bird will get like killed in like the first few minutes. They eat the bird and then move on to like good relations between the characters that are good.
Poor Dara.
Was his name Dara? Yeah.
Dara's a knob, man. Hate him.
He looks tasty though.
You know who else is the knob?
You're gonna say Alan?
Persona 3, because it doesn't have Teddy in it.
It's got.
No, they've got a
it's-
different
it's-
mascot
it's
character.
got Aegis in it though.
Yeah, but it's not Teddy,
Yeah.
and Teddy's the best.
I only put this on the list because I've been playing Persona 3 and I've been getting so many spoilers that I'm just going to give in
Have
and
you
watch
seen
these
the
movies
first
now.
two films?
No, I'm going to watch them all now though.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna watch the third one.
Yeah, I'll just watch 3 and I'll be like, I played a game, I only need to watch 1.
But it doesn't sound like it's going to be very positive because it's called Falling Down, and that's never
Oh, do you
good.
reckon it'll have the same opening as the airing version of Eden of the East?
Maybe.
Falling down on all that I've ever known.
We should find out the production company and see if they just like double it up.
That was the worst
So why
thing
not?
about Eden of the East coming to the West, is that they didn't have that opening anymore.
Did I not?
No. Because Oasis, for some reason, were cool.
I don't even know what the opening for any of these we got.
It's some Japanese opening. I think there was like licensing issues, so
Yeah.
we didn't get Oasis.
It's why fucking JoJo's is such a nightmare to license, because it's like every single character is named after a band that has serious copyright where you live.
Hooray.
Right, we've got one last thing to talk about,
Yep.
and it's called Dragon Ball Z Movie 15, Fukkatsu no F. But it might as well be called Dragon Ball Z Gold Frieza, the movie. Because that's what it's about.
Yep.
Frieza's back, and he's gold.
Can we have this conversation for a second, actually? I was talking to Alan once,
Yeah.
and I went,
Yeah.
Akira Toriyama worked on Dragon Quest or something like that. And he was like, who's Akira Toriyama?
Yeah. I don't know who the
Really?
guy who made Dragon Ball Z is called.
Even I know, and I've never seen Dragon
Yeah.
Ball Z.
I'm gonna know what the guy who made it is called based on like me watching half of the Boo saga when I was a child and never looking at it again.
It's because he's like the fucking father of shonen.
Yeah.
So?
I'm just gobsmacked that you didn't know, because you're like really knowledgeable about loads of different things. Like you can say any kind of like composer and writer and director. The minute I bring up Akira Toriyama, you're like,
Well, the thing is, Ebby, the reason why I will heard of people is because I will watch shows and review shows that have those people involved. I am never going to have looked up Akira Toriyama or something else because he's never done anything else.
yeah, he has. He did
Really?
Dr. Slump.
So
I just
wouldn't
needed to
know
have
it was him.
that moment because I don't have anything to say about the 15th movie of Dragon Ball Z when I have read 3 volumes of the Dragon Ball manga. So
This,
The only thing I got to say is it's got a character from the 14th movie, and you can see him. He looks a bit like Anubis.
ooh, Anubis from Kamigami no Asobi.
everyone,
No, just Anubis as in...
everyone
the
seems
god
to
of
say
death.
like great things about
Whatever.
Battle of the Gods, but to me, this is just so fucking shameless. I mean,
Yeah.
it's Frieza and he's gold now. He's back. It's just like fuck
That's
off.
nothing compared to the many others, which is Frieza's brother, Cooler. Cooler returns, and I think there's another movie with Frieza in it. And
Like, I'm sure, like-
Frieza also returned in Dragon Ball GT.
I'm sure shitloads of stuff
Frieza
like this has
is
happened
their
in the other films, but
Cash
it's just
cow.
that's just pulling at straws, man. They could fucking make anything into a Dragon Ball film. They'll just go like, yeah, look, it's Boo, and he's made of cheese.
You're made of cheese.
Thanks. That means I smell. Ugh, so hey. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure lots of Dragon Ball fans will be like really excited to see Frieza Gold, but I just like I've never really.
they've seen it now.
I do want to go through and watch Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z properly, someone, because like I did enjoy the amount of it I saw when I was a kid, and it'd be cool to sort of have on as a thing in the background as a cool little fun experience. But I mean, like, it's obvious that this is just like a slap together in 2 minutes idea of a premise.
It's because
Yeah.
it'll make them money. Like,
Frieza.
at the end of the day,
Frieza was the big
the
villain.
entire anime industry is sort of based around making money.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Like, I don't like have a go at the fact that it's just the fact that it's just a sign that they could do anything for a Dragon Ball film and it'll make money. Like,
Yeah.
they could literally do anything.
You know what? I really need to watch Dragon Ball. I really want to as well. Can I start
I don't
Dragon
get
Ball
why on
Z
the
or do I have
poster-
to watch Dragon Ball? That's the
Well,
question.
supposedly Dragon Ball is significantly better than Dragon Ball Z.
Is that available in this country?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought you were going to say no.
Dragon Ball Z, the future
you
Trunks
can buy.
saga
Even if
is
it's not, you just get the American
totally
box
the
sets.
best
You have to buy box sets for it, but
Hang
you can't
in.
like stream it anywhere. I don't think
Amazon!
because it's like in like brick collections of like chunks of episodes.
Yeah, I'm up for some bricks. Anyway, continue.
I know, I just don't get why Goku's looking so angry on the poster. Surely he'd be going like, well, this is going to be easy. Done this before. I hope future Trunks is in there,
He's
so he
angry
can chop him in
because
half
he's
again.
like, I will always become more powerful, but every
Oh yeah, that's the Saiyan thing.
yeah, but like he's like every form I have turned into after Super Saiyan 3 looks like shit.
That is
Like all the fucking monkey forms in GT looked awful. And like the red hair form in Battle of the Gods looked alright, but it was just red. Like Super Saiyan 3 was sick because it was like, I don't have eyebrows, I have long hair, I'm amazing. And then it's like in GT, it's just like, I'm a monkey again. It's like, fuck off.
Yes, you finally made a monkey.
But
Finally.
the moral of the story is of course that no matter how bad I think the forms in GT look, they look significantly better than Ninja Slayer.
Meanwhile, Pat and Evie are going to Broadway.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's...
Dr. Seuss, Dr. Seuss. Alright. That's the last thing we had to talk about. So we can wrap this up now. We can totally say thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us for this another installment in Team BakaShift Jelly. You'll see us again in about 12-ish, maybe even 13
and
weeks.
by that time, we would have all met in person.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh my god. Sorry.
Great. Yeah, it's happening really soon.
Yep.
I better get those plane tickets.
Yeah, Pat's got a job to do.
Yeah, he does.
I'll get right on it.
So by the time
Except it's midnight.
Pat, by the time this video goes up, you have to have booked your tickets, alright?
Okay.
We can do it.
I could do that.
Easy as.
You mean around the time or exactly by the
Before.
time?
Ideally, before you go to sleep tonight.
It's midnight though.
Yeah? You can still,
Play
there's
some
no
more.
law against that.
More games. And...
Okay.
Alright, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me, Evie and Alan.
Thanks.
It's been a
for
pleasure,
having
as
us.
always.
And until next season, may all your animes be good ones. And until then, bye.
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 Bye bye.